Hey guys, today we visited Venice. Was a first for me and for you as well, Skander, right? Yeah.
Much, yeah.
So we pretty much spent the day like walking around, exploring Venice, and interviewing people there. We came across a few interesting people. Like at the end of the day, we came across an old lady. Her name was Mara. She knew the old head of the psychiatric ward in Venice actually, but unfortunately, because of the language barrier, we weren't able to get a lot of information out about it. She couldn't really tell a story about it, which was a shame because I think it would have been a really interesting story. We also met the guy who studied in Mumbai. What was his name again?
Jacko.
Jacko. Yeah. Jacko was a really inspiring young kid actually. He was 18 years old. He's currently in high school in Mumbai for another year. He already spent a year there. And he really went into how the psychiatric system in Italy works, but also he compared it to the psychiatric system in Mumbai, in India. So that comparison was really interesting because there were a few points that were like the same, but there were also a lot of big differences. Do you know anything about that?
Based on what I remember correctly, in India there seems to be a sort of secluded area where people with mental illnesses go and they just stay there. And I think he basically told me there's a program at the school that he goes to where they more or less, go to meet people like that, try to help them out in some way or form. But there is a quite obvious state of segregation there in India. Yeah,
but he did talk about how they try to solve it with the family, and that's something that is comparable to Italy, because in Italy, family is like not all you have, but it's like not much more.
I definitely, at the majority of the people that we came across, they seem to give the same opinion that family seems to just being around family seems to be a healthy solution. It seems to be a sort of remedy for the people who do have mental disease. And it seems to be working quite well. It's not a perfect system.
Yeah, but at the same time, it also feels like it's a last resort for me. I don't know if it's the same for the people here, but for me it feels like the family is the last resort. And when they need more, when they need more help than that, that was something that Luca, the guy from Spain, also went into. There isn't more help. And then there's the problem.
And I think what I've noticed here, it's a very tricky situation because it definitely seems like the family situation seems to be a sort of to manage the disease, make it better for the the people, but it does seem like it's sort of a manageable thing. It's like, we just work with it, we go along with it instead of it, getting better over time. It definitely feels like they're managing it instead of they're coming up with a proper healing solution.
They're not trying to cure it, they're trying to manage it.
That's not the impression I get. I could be wrong. It could be wrong, but it seems to be helping. It maintains a sort of, a good relation between people who do have mental disease and society. Because they still stay in contact with them. I think that's very important. But like I said, my knowledge of mental diseases are not that well, so I'm very cautious in how I phrase these things. But I do get the impression of it's sort of we're maintaining it, you're maintaining it instead of actually curing this issue.
But maybe that is the solution. Maybe mental disease isn't something that can be cured, but it's something that needs they need to learn how to deal with it, how to cope with it, and people around them need to learn how to deal with mental illness.
I think that in itself is such a tricky statement.
I know.
It's such a tricky statement. I'm very careful with statements like that. Because whereas I kind of get the impression that you can sort of get into this phase of quote-unquote tolerance.
I'm not talking about tolerance, I'm talking about trying to get through it together.
No, but when I say tolerance, I'm very cautious with it. When I say the word tolerance, to say that the statement that a mental disease is incapable of being healed instead of, I find that such a stretch. I think certain things are able to be healed, certain diseases. I'm not sure, that's my opinion. I have to do more research. I'm very cautious with my words. So I'm very cautious to say that it's impossible for a mental disease to be healed. Schizophrenia affects every different person differently. There may be certain symptoms, general symptoms, but how it is expressed is still dependent on the individual in itself.
Yeah.
So I think the more, from what I understand, the best way to have the issue of stigmatization when it comes to someone like that is know the person.
Yeah.
Know the person, know how they operate, and know as much about them as possible, and therefore adapt to that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just going in, well, okay, I know how this goes, but learn the person.
Yeah.
Build a relation, build a connection with them, and that might be helpful for them.
I think that's like the big thing we've learned from doing these interviews.
Yeah, without question. I think that is the biggest thing to think about. Is just know the person. Don't be afraid. Be open to understanding them. Be open to, just learning about them and just adapt to that.
Yeah.
I think that's the best we can get out of this. Yeah.
So on that note, we'll be signing off for today. This is the last vlog, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Because tonight, maybe we'll have one more tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah.
But tonight we're heading back to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We love you guys. Watch this.
Yeah.
We really do.
This
we
was
really
an
appreciate it.
Amazing experience.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that we may vlog one more time. We plan to maybe pass through Switzerland, possibly maybe on our way back. So we maybe just may stop off there just for the scenery, or maybe just interview a few more people.
Yeah.
And one more thing again to repeat: the interviews, they're going to be in the documentary. You have to repeat that again, just to make sure you guys don't end up being a bit confused as to why you're not seeing them as yet. They're coming in the mini documentary that is going to take place after we return to the Netherlands. So on that note, I think
we'll be signing off for today.
We're signing off for today. Enjoy the rest of the day, and till next time.
Bye.
Ciao. And he is going to just stare and watch, and you're just going to